everybody. So this video is to go over my new drum plugin called jdrummer. It's a free and open source plugin that is available here on Linux, but it's also available on Windows as well. I'll just play it in Reaper here. And I have also just released it for Mac. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is playing. So I'll just give you a little brief rundown and a tour. So, this particular plugin uses sound fonts for the drum kits. The plugin comes with 28 different drum kits stock, and you can add your own drum kits using SF2 sound fonts. The way you would do that is you would go to the location where the VST3 bundle is installed. In this case, it's under my home directory under the .vst3 folder. Then you go into the bundle contents. Here you can add sound fonts, and you see there's another folder for grooves where you can add your own grooves. So let's get back to the plugin. So this is our drum kit page where you have the different pads you can play, and you can audition each pad. You can also scroll through the different drum kits that are available. You have a volume control down here, and this controls the volume for each individual pad. So I got the rim shot here, and I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You can hear the volume's lower. You could also mute it. And we have panning down here. So one thing to note about the panning was before as I was preparing for this video, I realized the panning is backwards. So if you put the ball over to the left, it starts playing on the right speaker, and if I push it over to the right, it plays on the left speaker. And that was a really silly mistake of mine, because I had when I was working on this and implementing the pan feature, I had my speakers backwards. So I'll address that in a later release. But in the meantime, one thing we can do to get around this is this particular plugin has multi-out support. So what I'll do is I'll re-add it here in Ardour, and we want to do all 34. Then I'm gonna, in Ardour, you have to remove the grouping to get the individual instruments. And then if we let me switch over to the mixer view. So if we start playing the individual instruments, you can see them on their own track. So the ride is right here, so we could just pan it over. And I can add different effects to it. We'll do which one's the snare playing on. So, gonna actually add some compression here. Do a poppy snare. You can see with the compression added, we can pop it more. So, so let's say you want to add a sound font. So let me get rid of all these tracks right here. I'm just going to show you how to add your own custom kits. And let me remove these. Move that. And then you'll want to have the plugin closed while you're doing this. So I'm going to go and look for the particular sound font I wanted to audition here. Let's see, it should be in here. Drum machines. We'll just pick this one. So as I showed earlier, we'll just go to where the VST bundle is, and then we'll copy it in there. And then we're going to re-add the plugin. And you can see the new kit has been added. So we're going to move on to the grooves page. Now, these grooves were provided for free use by a person who calls himself the Drum Jockey. I have a link in the README file of my GitHub. But what you could do is you can browse through these and you can audition them. You want to stop it, you can go ahead and stop it. You could go ahead and drag and drop the grooves onto the track, and you can audition them there. And then right down here you have the composer bar where you can kind of make your own beats. So maybe I just want this basic beat to be like 4 bars, and then maybe have a break beat be 2 bars, and then maybe we can add a fill at the end. And you could drag this composition over to your DAW. and then you can audition it there. And for if there's ever a situation where drag and drop is not working, I know with Q Tractor, drag and drop does not work, and it's also currently not working on Ardor for the Mac. You have this export MIDI button. If you click it, it opens up your exports right here. So, and I think it's this one that, yeah, it looks like that one's the latest one, and yep. So what it'll do is it'll highlight the one that you just created. So you'll want to clear that out, and then this next portion is where the real meat and potatoes is of this plugin. I've always wanted something similar to EZDrummer3's bandmate feature, and I wanted it on Linux, and I wanted to see if I could do it for free. So it's not like a total recreation of it, but you could do tempo estimation and kind of build your own grooves in the composer down here, kind of similar to the grooves tab. So let me just show you how this works. So we'll start with one of the ways it estimates tempo is by reading it'll read it in the file name. So I'm going to open this one, and then we're going to analyze it. And then we can audition the audio. We can audition the groove. And then we can play both to see how it sounds. And then you can go through the different kits. And then you can just click stop to stop it. Now, the other way that it will try to estimate the tempo is it uses the mini BPM library. So I'll demonstrate that on this file right here. Let me clear out the composer. We'll analyze and find matches. So we'll go ahead and play this. In addition, so with the mini BPM library, you could also it also gives you some other candidates you could try out. So we'll try the 120. I'm going to say the original detected 105.1 is the closest. And if you don't like a particular groove, you could just choose a different one. Like I'll just try this halftime right here, see what it sounds like. So, if you wanna match to a new one, you just hit that clear button, and then clear again down on the composer. Hit browse, and then let's take a look at another one here. So in this one, the original BPM detected is 93.9. We're gonna play it and see if that sounds right. I mean, it doesn't sound bad, but I think it could be a little bit better. So we have these different candidates right here. Let's try 112 and see if there's any improvement. Okay, sounds a little bit better, but still a little bit off. Let's try this 140. Okay, that's sounding a lot better. And when you're matching grooves, you're not just confined to these matches. You can also browse through all the grooves. So I'm just going to pick this little basic beat right here, and we can audition it. So let's try another one. So I cleared out the composer bar, and I'm also going to clear out the file I picked. Let's try one more file here. So go into my Looperman loops, and we'll try this Sybase house one that sounds really cool. And let's see what we get here. So that's not sounding quite right. Let's try this one right here. A little bit better, but still not quite right. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's a bit off. So for this one, so what we could do in this case is we can allow the you could set your own BPM if you know what the BPM of the particular audio clip is. I happen to know what the BPM actually is. A little birdie told me, and that little birdie may be implemented in a future release. It's actually 60 BPM. We're going to click Use, and then we'll play it and see what it sounds like. that sounds more like it. So, I had showed earlier that you can add your own. Well, actually, before I get to that, on the match page, you can also drag and drop from here. The only caveat is when you drag and drop the MIDI from the match page, you have to have manually set the DAW tempo to whatever tempo it was matched with. However, if you go back to the Grooves page, you'll see that the plugin can read the tempo from the DAW, and it'll preview it in that tempo. Okay, so I had showed you guys earlier about adding your own sound fonts. You can also add your own groove. So let me close out of JDrummer. And I happen to have some grooves from Groove Monkey. Just pulling those up now. Where did I put them? Media. And we'll just copy this one. And then inside the VST bundle, just paste the folder. And then we'll go ahead and reload the plugin. If we go to grooves, those grooves now show up. So, as I said earlier, this is available on Linux, Windows, and Mac. I'll put a link to the release in the video description, and I'll also put a link to the whole GitHub repo in the description. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below or raise an issue on my GitHub repo. Thank you, and Happy New Year, everybody.